What is your message as Uganda celebrates the 63rd anniversary of independence?
I think Ugandans should agree with me, or would agree with me, that the 63 years we have had since we regained independence have not been comfortable. And that the reason why they have not been comfortable is that we have not been able to create a framework in which to govern ourselves comfortably without any complaining and without any wishing miseries for the others. The most important thing Uganda needs today is a review of the Constitution, even more than a fresh election. I think the fresh election will usher in a government that will be in the same track as the one that has been there has been. I trust that Uganda does not need a single person as a president, because the arguments of ethnicity will never end with that. And they are basically the cause of our miseries. Of course, there is an actual mother of our miseries, which is selfishness. You realize that selfishness is behind everything. Why I want to do the office of the president, and with something that will not sow a cynical in will realize that as soon as their campaign will be over and the winner announced, a fresh resistance will start once again to get rid of the Muganda who has won the presidency, or the Munyankoli who has won the presidency once again. I think we should now realize that it's time for us to think for ourselves, because what has been happening now is what the British did for us. The British put us together and just left. To them, it was business, because ever since they left, we have been in wars. The first one was won in 1966, a Battle of Mayengo. The next one was when Obote was thrown out. The third one was the war to get rid of Idi Amin as a single person, because this was not a war against Uganda. I was in it. We were not fighting Uganda. We were fighting Idi Amin. The next one was the 1981 to 86 war against Obote. Museveni did not lead a war against Uganda. It was a war against Obote. Now you notice now that a single individual here has been target of all these wars. And are we forbidden from thinking for ourselves so that we can get something suitable? Are we still following the advice King Leopold III in 1883 gave the missionaries when he was sending them to the Congo? He told them, teach them to read, not to reason. Are we still following that? Because now if we are to reason, we would now begin thinking and reasoning and saying, the British put Uganda together, not Ugandans. Since they did it, we have two choices, either to dismantle it or to hold it as it was done. If we are going to hold it as it was done, then we need to think and create a constitution that will be comfortable, will make everybody comfortable to live in this unit called Uganda.